is, let's see if I can actually get him on the camera here. Levi is basically preventing me from moving my chair back here. Usually he's like underneath the microphone and stuff to me, but now he's like sitting me on my chair. Well, I've played World of Tanks since 2011. You know, I've run blockguru.com. Of course, you know, I have this YouTube page. I stream on Twitch too, to where honestly, if I didn't do all that, I wouldn't have spent a lot of money on the game like I have. But I'm also very lucky. A lot of you guys are very generous and have, you know, helped along the way with, you know, buying premium tanks, gift shop packages, tipping, you know, stuff like that. To where, you know, if I had purchased everything outright myself, I probably wouldn't have this house. You know, it's not like house worth money, but you know, Ryan and I, so my fiance, we're young, you know, to where it's not like we're overflowing with money, so I definitely wouldn't have spent as much as I have if this wasn't, you know, it's not a job, but you know, it's a hobby to where, you know, it supports itself. I am definitely not rich though. if I was rich, I wouldn't have. Honestly, finally my coffee's kicking in a little bit. I'm a little tired because I spent today cleaning a house, but I wouldn't have spent my day crawling around on the floor doing finishing work on baseboards and trim. So yeah, that kind of took a little bit out of me. I'm gonna, oh no, yeah. I accidentally auto aim there. I did not want that. I think I can get away with one, nope, say one more shot here without taking damage, but he kind of screwed it there. I overangled my turret and he shot me on the side. I wanted to get that badger, but I think given that we don't have that many people on the hill, I don't know why. Oh lord. Honestly, I'm gonna have to resort to HE because I think if I move here to say move to the left to help push the other side, I don't think it's gonna work out. To where they might just decide to push. To where we have a couple people covering that, basically the 8 line on the hill, but we have a little bit too many people, you know, in the 7 line plus the 1 line, like combined. To where they push now, we'll be fine, but once these guys on the hill realize that they have about a 3 tank advantage on us, it's gonna get ugly here. I probably should have popped over to heat here, but I have it for my next shot. Of course I missed the badger there. That was just an HE shell, but yep, here they come. It's just, there's nothing wrong with, like, the T-57 got taken out there. There's nothing wrong with trying to take shots from like the 3 line to help the hill, but for encounter mode you can't make up for actually not being up here. It's just, usually there's way too many enemies to where he gets some shots. I can't pen him like this unless he moves his turret. There we go. Straighten out a little bit. But typically you can't make up for not being on a hill and trying to help, but right now the enemy team, luckily for us, is pushing this really slow, or else we would have honestly been screwed here. Missed that by a little bit, but the accuracy here is not working out in my favor, fortunately. But luckily our 1 line, we got 1 person on the cap, and hopefully we get a little bit, either 2 people on the cap or they actually push a little bit further. feel at this point, this E-100 shouldn't be able to pop up around the corner. We still have a little Bobo. I was gonna say John for a second, but I knew we switched here. Really not a I should have just shot him on the upper hole. This is where I knew I was gonna screw that up with a heat shell on the IS-7 side, but I did it anyway. That's where when I get in these little ruts, I know I'm making a mistake. I keep doing them for some reason. There we go. But that's the difference between shooting heat at the IS-7 side and shooting AP. Had I had AP for that first shot, he'd be dead right now. Come on, crab knocking, you can do it. But luckily, we're inching ahead a little bit here. We're still not out of the woods yet. I'm kind of waning. The Kronwagen's reloading to where I don't necessarily want to pop around this corner unless I have him. But this Grill 15... Anybody? Like the 30B is not even close enough to help me here. Waning, 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 waning. Come on. Like I'm getting close to where I can hit him, but I can hit the Badger here. So I'll just take that shot. If he gives it to me, it's just... Nope. I don't know why I even took that shot, because the Badger's roof is a lot thicker than give it credit for, but at least we're not completely losing here, so I don't feel bad about making a couple errors. But oh god, I have a heat shell loaded. I hit him at least. Woo! Alright, now time to focus back on the hill. If the Badger hits me, so be it. I don't really care. But the Super Conqueror is pushing. I'm pushing. Sorry, Mr. Super Conqueror. Alright. I just need to go for it now. I don't know how we won this, outside of they definitely didn't take advantage of the fact that they had us on the hill. Might be able to get one more shot, but they might kill him. Yep. Alright. I don't have all the tanks now. I have, what is it, like 368? There's a tank request in my video description below, to where it has a list of them all. It's over on watguru.com. If you just want to pop right over there, you just click the live stream section and you'll see a page for it. I say, a lot of people hate New Jersey. I don't hate New Jersey. Like, it is expensive to live here, but, you know. I don't see any problems with New Jersey where I live in New Jersey. I live in South New Jersey, so not developed, and it's basically like living... I forget where someone equated it to. There's like one of those stupid, like... it's not like BuzzFeed, but something else about like the states, and someone equated the South Jersey to something, and it was pretty spot on. So, thank you, Mr. AMX30B, for helping me out there. So all things considered, I made a ton of mistakes, but the enemy, they never capitalized on anything there, where I still ended up with over 5,500 damage. I got an Ace Tanker Award, Steel Wall, Confederate. I'm honestly shocked I got that, to be honest, and it turned out to be a good match. Half the time I was like cursing in my head, more or less, about like, why am I making like the IS-7 when I shot him with heat in his tracks. I don't know why I did that, because it has spaced armor above and below where I was aiming at, but hey, I guess it worked. Yeah.